In other words, while the usual treatment, or even energy healing, can reveal a brief cure for a disease, the blockage of the energy system caused by an untreated injury makes it possible to turn to the original disease or the appearance of new, apparently unrelated diseases. While it makes sense to approach the treatment of diseases with an interdisciplinary approach in which physicians, therapists, scientists, spiritual leaders and healers of energy work together to optimize treatment opportunities, it is also useful that all members of the treatment team are trained together in other disciplines. Unless the root causes of the problem are addressed, isn't that another allopathic approach? Is it possible to overcome the traumatic blockages with practical treatment without lightening up the injuries? The answer is we don't know. But I talk to everyone I deal with. Asha Clinton, PhD, and I will be holding a joint workshop in Mill Valley, California in August on the fundamentals of Mill for all those interested in a traumatic approach to the treatment of diseases. I will also meet with pastors and spiritual healers at Mile High Church and we'll talk about my new book, The Daily Flame, 365 Love Letters from Your Inner Pilot Light, on September 29th. As well as healing, trauma, and internal pilot light. The good news is that we now have the opportunity to heal, clarify, and even heal trauma. And the good news is that people who dive into this psycho-spiritual work of deep healing often have unexpected side effects. Unfortunately, science is beginning to achieve what medicine has been saying to men and women for thousands of years: that trauma predisposes them to disease. And if you want to optimize treatment outcomes, you must be prepared for the untreated trauma that each of us has experienced. The undeniable link between incurable trauma and disease is an uncomfortable truth that we hope to avoid, and gives ourselves the vague but understandable illusion that pills, injections, or surgery can cure a problem without immersing people in the pain of the past. This relationship between the elimination of trauma and the improvement of health or even radical remission may seem wonderful, but it makes sense and can be explained by the usual physiological mechanisms that I describe in detail in my book, The Mind of Medicine. Aboriginal healers, shamans, doctors, and gurus have known about this for thousands of years. But despite the statistics published in medical journals, the approach of the medical community to the treatment of diseases is only slowly improving. This is not a guaranteed outcome and has not been well studied by scientists. So it is difficult to mention the statistics. But at least occasionally, a large percentage of people with chronic or potentially fatal diseases who suffer from traumatic therapeutic treatment report that their diseases often disappear or demonstrate significant clinical improvements.